Now, from 21Alive Plus, this is your Fastcast.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here on your 21Alive Plus Fastcast with Liz Braden this morning. And Liz, the beauty of this, I know that live look outside, it's hard to tell, but it's kind of just like a cloudy, even misty start to the morning, even foggy for a lot of people around the area.
Yeah.
But we will maybe see some sun
peek
out at the end of the day.
Eventual. That's something to look forward to. So especially this time of year, Sawyer, it can just be so cloudy and so stubborn. So even that little bit of sunshine, even though it looks like it's maybe just for a couple of hours, looks to be pretty nice. So let me show you what it's looking like this morning as you're heading out. Not major fog, but we do have visibility down in some places like up in Auburn and Angola, down to about 1 to 2 miles, about 3 miles visibility for the folks in Jay County, 4 miles in Adams County, and here in Fort Wayne, doing a-okay. But still, in rural areas, I think it's a good idea to just take it slow as you're heading out the door. Here's the look of future track for today. Cloud cover, a little misty for the start of the day, but getting closer to 3 to 4 o'clock, that cloud cover is slowly breaking down, seeing at least a little sunshine before the end of the day today. How did temperatures look? Starting out this morning, we're in the upper 30s, low 40s, and your highs today, Sawyer, make it into the mid 40s. And if that's not good enough for you, we've got the mid 50s tomorrow. Now, tomorrow is going to be cloudy, but it's still a pretty good day for getting outside because that rain's going to hold off until tomorrow night.
Okay, see, and with the sun peeking out around 3 to 4 o'clock tonight, that's when people are kind of leaving work and getting ready to wind down for the day. So that'll be a perfect time to go for, a family walk the dog, spend some time outside.
And everyone's just so stir crazy to do that this time of year. I feel like you got to get out of the house, especially when it's just so gray and gloomy. So you'll have a good opportunity later today. And yeah, if you can look past the cloud cover tomorrow, it's going to be nice and warm for January.
Yes, exactly. Like spring is kind of sprung just for now, just for these few days. And then, of course, I know you're tracking kind of a dip back in the kind of average temperatures for January too.
Yeah, typically we'll sit at about 33 degrees for this time of year, and we're back down to 30 on Sunday with the chance for flurries. So it kind of puts everything into perspective. When you have stretches like today and tomorrow, even though it's gray and gloomy, you still want to try to take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Yeah, take advantage while you guys can, because winter it really drags on after the holidays too. I know we have like Valentine's Day coming up, so some little holidays to celebrate here and there, but it's nice to have this little peek of like, ooh, what could be,
Yes.
Spring.
I liked earlier in the newscast, there was a story, and I can't remember what it was, but it was talking about changing your perspective on winter and treating it as a month, or as really a few months, where it's kind of rest and recovery. And I think it's really important right after the holidays too, to kind of take that time for yourself, get cozy, do what you need to do, and then get ready as you go into some of those warmer months.
I really like, especially for the new year, just, changing your mindset. That's so important this year.
If you've never read the book, it's called Wintering. And it brings up that a lot. Jessica has read it, and she brings it up every year. She thinks it's a really good book.
I'm going to have to tap in.
I'm wrong. My friend Chelsea read it, and I recommended it to Jess. She's reading it now.
I'm going to have to be the second one to pick up a book. You guys write that down, Wintering.
Yep.
Okay, I like this. Oh my goodness, positive start to the day. Thank you so much. And we're only into Wednesday, you guys. So we love that. We're going to start adding some positive, little notes here and there.
I like it.
I love that. Perfect. Thank you so much, Liz. And we are going to move on to your top stories today. Let's get into it. We have this story coming out here this morning. Now, Allen County Sheriff Troy Hirschberger, he is actually set to announce his bid for re-election today. Of course, so he'll gather with the county and Republican leaders at the GOP headquarters. That's where he says he's going to highlight his record of promises kept. And he says those include him being tough on crime and drugs here in the area, keeping citizens here in Allen County as safe as possible. And so that'll be happening here today with Troy Hirschberger. Of course, you guys have heard him. We've had him on our newscast many times. But yeah, so that will be happening. He's announcing his bid for re-election today. We also had a story out of Warsaw. Now, the foundry out there is letting go of 250 people. That's because that is closing towards the end of this month. And so that means 257 employees will be left without a job when that closes. So north of us, really, but still impactful. I mean, we probably have people even in our, in 21 country that travel for work. And so we could see how this could impact a lot of people in that area. So the Dalton Corporation first posted this warning notice about the closure about a month ago, back in December. So the factory, they make iron castings, that's parts for like agriculture, railroad, construction, all sorts of other industries as well. So yeah, we're told that 257 employees will be laid off, and that should be expected by as of February 27th, so end of February there. But now to this, of course, as you are heading out on the roads, this is impacting people more so around the Fort Wayne area. So just a couple things to be aware of. There is a closure happening today on Hannah Street. Now that'll be close between Hayden and East Wallace Streets. The utilities of Fort Wayne City Utilities, they say it's needed for water main repairs. So that closure will only last through today. So just from now till the end of the day, really. And then we also have one happening on Fulton Street. So not a full closure, but some restrictions along the lanes traveling down there. So here in Fort Wayne, they'll have some lane restrictions between Brackenridge and West Main Streets, of course, too, for installation for a new utility pole, they say. But this will, be wrapping up kind of later on, so in February. So this will be happening here for a little bit longer. It's, again, needed to install a new utility pole, so there will be a detour posted that's using Brackenridge to Broadway to West Main. That will be available for all the commuters out there. So, yeah, that work is supposed to last about a month. February 8th is what we're hearing. Of course, weather can impact that as well, so just be tuned on that. You can always check out the Fort Wayne City the city's website, and so you can get note of kind of just like street closures and whatnot happening and when that work should be wrapped up. But that's what we're told. So that should be wrapping up February 8th from now till then. So that is all we have for you here on your 21Alive Plus Fastcast. I'm Sawyer Osman. We're going to take one last look outside, and I hope you all have such an amazing Wednesday. Thank you for staying tuned with us, and we are back on the air this morning at 8:58, so for our 9 o'clock show, so stay with us for more top headlines. Thanks so much. Have a great day.